A new short teaser for The Mandalorian Season 3 came out Sunday that included this shot. It seems like a perfectly normal scene on the surface, but it immediately raised a lot of questions for me. Where is this? When is this? Why are there Mandalorian biodomes there? Let's dive in. My first question was, is this Mandalore in the past? Will we see some long ago flashbacks? I don't think we will, because as we've seen in the Clone Wars, the Book of Boba Fett, and the other trailers for The Mandalorian Season 3, the planet Mandalore is in a rough state. Even before the Empire bombed it to hell, it was a lifeless desert. The planet wasn't always like that. Thousands of years before the Clone Wars, Mandalorians waged war on the Jedi and the Republic. The final battle of that conflict was on Mandalore, and it resulted in the planet's desolation. Mandalorian people were forced to build biodomes and live inside to survive. So it doesn't make a ton of sense for the biodomes to be around in a flashback, because they simply wouldn't be necessary. We can also see a ship flying around that looks like Bo-Katan's Gauntlet fighter, suggesting this all to be happening in the present day of the show, so I see two possibilities. First, this could be a Mandalorian colony. The Mandalorian sector of space is huge. Mandalore was their homeworld, but different houses and clans lived on different planets. For example, the ancestral home of Clan Rin was on the snowy world Cronest, as seen in Star Wars Rebels, but instead of biodomes, they lived in more classically Mandalorian buildings, the architecture of which was inspired by Cubism. So again, what's up with the biodomes on this perfectly healthy-looking planet in the trailer? Maybe whoever lives there built the biodomes as a reminder of their true home. We know Din is going to pay a visit to Bo-Katan in some sort of fancy-looking hall or seat of power. That could be on her house's ancestral home, Kalevala. That planet was first mentioned in the Clone Wars, but has yet to be seen. The second option I can see is that this grassy area is on Mandalore. Maybe we're seeing the planet recovering. Din said the planet was cursed, but Bo-Katan told him not to believe everything he hears. It definitely sounds like she knows something he doesn't. Maybe a group of Mandalorians have returned to their homeworld to live in biodomes that weren't bombed by the Empire, or they could have rebuilt a small collection of domes to help restore the planet. I love the idea that without the war and conflict that has plagued Mandalore for thousands of years, it would start to find balance again. It's a good symbol for what I think will be Din's journey this season, learning to let go of outdated traditions and customs. He's following all these ancient rules just because this is the way, but it doesn't have to be. The name of the most recent spot is even titled Who We Are, and questions what it means to be a Mandalorian if they're not following the creed. Mandalorians of the ancient past were always fighters and conquerors. Duchess Satine Kryze tried to help them evolve, and groups like Death Watch resisted that change. They wanted to stay warriors because that was tradition. But the warrior tradition is what caused the desolation of their world. The fight against the Empire is what caused the bombing of Sundari and the Great Purge. That was a noble fight, to be sure, but the point is, generations of violence have not been kind to Mandalore. We're definitely going to see that reflected in Season 3. We've already seen the destroyed biodomes, but I think it would be cool to see another aspect of the planet, a symbol of hope for recovery and healing. Flashback or colony or present-day Mandalore, I love that the season hasn't even started and it's already showing us very deep-cut Star Wars stuff to spark conversation like this. So what do you think? Is this planet part of Mandalore, or a separate colony, or a flashback, or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel to keep up with all our episode reviews and Mandalorian Season 3 coverage starting tomorrow. Follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and consider checking out our Patreon page, where we'll be releasing our video reactions and audio commentaries for every new episode. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.